Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Leaf, and thank you guys so much for joining me here again today. So, alright, another PK video. You guys seem to love all this stuff, and I can honestly see why. It's like even going back watching all this footage, it's just so like enjoyable to see like how all the tools work. But you know what? We're just gonna jump right into it again today, use that signature catchphrase. So today we're making a Tarbosaurus exhibit. Now, technically, it's a Tyrannosaurus, like, species, I guess. And from what I remember, the Tarbosaurus, like, I forget what the main characteristic, like, separating the two of them is, but you know what? I think it's a pretty swanky dinosaur, so we're just gonna make an exhibit for him today. So the whole idea for this exhibit came from Bob14435 in the comments from yesterday. Well, maybe yesterday? No, like 2 days ago, maybe 1 day ago. I don't even know. He said, what about an amber mine attraction like the one in Universal Studios? And I'll admit I did not look up the one in Universal Studios, but I basically gave my own spin on it. So you'll see, like, going through this, we have a lot of branching paths that guests can take, and oh my god, they would love to take them if they could reach this side of the park now. The guests can't actually cross the bridge that I made in the previous episode now. Don't know why, they just stop once they get to it, but I'm sure I can figure out why soon enough and sort of coerce them over into the other side of the park, even though I'm kind of happy that they aren't, because you'll see later in the video that they just like crowd their the guests. I know I complained about them in the last video, but oh my god, they are just I love them. It's like a love-hate relationship with them because they have so many cool mechanics behind them. They can walk anywhere, but also they can walk anywhere, which sucks. Here I am putting in the Tarbosaurus right now. So you can see the basic shape of this. It's going to be mostly cave, unfortunately. Well, not really unfortunately, because I think it comes out pretty well. And yeah, so here I am. So this is me trying to figure out what can be in place of amber. And originally I thought, oh, you know, the yellow aspen might work out well. But then I remembered we also have these, like, hidden trees, and I think the baobab, actually, like using the trunk of the baobab, it gives like a nice beautiful orange kind of like cluster, and I think it comes off pretty well to give like the effect of amber or something like that. So I just go throughout the caves and I place a bunch of them down, I make sure it looks all nice, and I think it comes out pretty well. Here I am just looking at the rest of the foliage that we might have like going forward. There's a little bit of contention among the community if the devs are going to take those out, or if they might like improve upon them since they're already in the game and already coded. I don't know, I guess we'll just have to see. So when I put down all these flat rocks, I thought like, oh man, like the top of the cave looks kind of boring. So I essentially just go over it and do like the rock cluster, kind of like the ones we got in the aquatic pack, and do a lot of that to kind of vary up the landscape up there. And so the whole circle in the center of the cave, I wanted to go off of like an idea of a cenote. So cenotes are like these, you've probably seen pictures of them before, they're kind of like deep caves. Like, they have water at the bottom, and they have like one circle leading up to the sky, and like you get some insane lighting in there. So I just wanted to recreate that in this little cave system. I went wild with the rocks, and I probably shouldn't have, because like it looks like a artificial cave, and I don't know, I try and fix it up with some foliage at the end, and you guys can see that going forward. But yeah, so here I am just framing out the entrances to the cave, and this whole like entrance area gets a little bit of a facelift like towards the end of the game. And yeah, you guys can see me save right there. That's just because I want to be careful. It took me a couple days to open the save file. I was really worried that I like lost complete access to it, because right now the saves are kind of wonky. They are deleting like some modular groups, so you just need to be lucky and cross your fingers to get into your parks, essentially. So here I am, just like dressing up the sides of the cave to make it look like it'll blend a little bit better. And I'm even doing a little bit of terrain editing on the inside of it, just making sure it all flows smoothly. And yeah, here I am just framing that cenote. So I originally used this, like, you can't see through that glass, and I'm just like, oh, that's probably kind of cool. Like, it'll probably look really nice in there during the daytime, so it'll frame, like, you'll get like a little bit of light in there, but you won't get a lot. But I eventually just go over and make it like clear glass, because I don't know, I just wanted it to look a lot better. But I do love how this looks from the aerial view. I know Drew always says, like, oh, you're building for the guests, not the birds, but the birds deserve a good view too, you know what I'm saying? So I essentially do that, and here I am just making like the sign. Not really going too crazy with the sign, just because I wanted to focus a little bit more on interior work of the caves. So I just frame it with a few metal pieces, and I do like the beautiful wood textures. Guys, I can't even stress how well the devs have nailed all the textures in this game. It feels so natural, it feels so great. I keep on saying they knocked it out of the park, but it's true. Like, they're doing a lot of things that we're asking for, and they're going even beyond that. And speaking of textures, the foliage textures look amazing, amazing enough for me to throw onto the roof over here. So you guys can see me throw a bunch of those down, just making sure it looks all dressed up, because you don't want to have like just plain rock up there. You want to dress it up. You want to make it look a little bit more lush. I know everyone's doing like these tropical Jurassic Park kind of looking things, but I don't know. I thoroughly like how this one came out, and I'm having fun with this kind of style. Maybe like down the future we'll get like a more like rustic kind of view going on, but I don't know, just having fun with the pieces at my disposal right now. So here I am making a Tarbosaurus sign, and this isn't like the only instance you'll see of it. It's just one big one that I want to add. Later down the line I'll do some like smaller ones. We'll see them come up. And at this point I was like just going through the caves, like walking through them as if I were a guest, and I wanted to see like what places could I fix up a little bit more, what places could make me feel a little safer, because you have like a 20-ton meat-eating friggin' predator right behind those glass. You want to have like as much security as you can. So I just go back and I make sure everything is all lined up, making sure that everything looks great. And here I am just dressing up that sign a little bit more. And here, I'm actually, you missed me build these because like the footage got like a little corrupted. But here I am making like some minecart tracks, and I just thought it'd be like a really fun way to theme this up. We might be getting roller coasters down the line. If you guys look at the splash screen, you'll see like there's a roller coaster, a Ferris wheel, and some other things in the background, like an aviary and other stuff. And I don't know, it just seems kind of promising for the future. So here I am making like a little minecart to go. Yeah, if we ever do get those roller coasters, I would love to turn like this little thing into a roller coaster, kind of like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train in like Disney. Like, that's one of my favorite rides. I know like all the theme park frequenters are just like cringing when I say that, but like, come on, like Disney's great, guys, come on. So here I am just dressing that up, and I have like a little spunky idea to make that a planter. Don't know why, it just felt right. And I used like the Italian bush right up there, so it has like a nice little gold twinge to it, so it looks like it's carrying amber when it's actually carrying a mulch and plants. So here I am. I eventually removed that one like at the start. I thought like, oh yeah, like guests could come here and they could take pictures of their kids, and like the little minecart, oh, we went to the mines, yay. But no, it just didn't look good when I started doing like all the plaza work. So working inside of the caves now, I decided to put down a lot more rocks, and I try and dress this place up as much as possible. You guys can see I put some of those bushes in there at first, but I eventually like get rid of those, and I put like some other ones in there. It just didn't feel right having like those bright green bushes in there. especially when like the place would get no light at all. So maybe it could just be artificial, but I don't know. Here I am just working on some outdoor paddock work and dressing it up a little bit more. These rocks are just insane to use. Like, you don't, like, at first, this just might be because, like, we just got the pack, well, not the pack, the game, and, like, everything just seems new, but these textures and, like, these models, they don't feel repeating at all. You know, like, when you use, like, those rocks in Planet Zoo, and you use the same ones over and over again, and you can tell that it's like repeats of each other. I don't feel this too much in this game. You definitely do at some points, but whatever. So here I am just going through, like, dressing up the inside of the caves, making sure it's like, you know, you're not just coming in here for the Tarbosaurus. You can walk around, you can sit around, you can enjoy the ambiance, and yeah, you can relax. You could watch the Tarbos just go left to right as they are. And I did this little planter in here, and I actually do use some of the hidden foliage. I know it might, like Drew was saying, it might corrupt the files if they do end up changing it, but you know, just to get that beautiful red in there, I say it's worth it, you know? So here I am just dressing up the sign, just making sure it looks all nice and, well, natural. And here I am just dressing up the roof a little bit. I take a few pictures just for, like, you know, I like to take pictures as I go, but I don't really take too many pictures of the finished product. It's probably like one of the worst traits that I have on myself, but I don't really care. Alright, and we're saving. Sorry about that little cut right there. I ended up saving, and I probably went off to do something else, and the little time lapse got a little wonky. And it's still like, I have no idea what I do during these speed builds, guys. Like, I always just doze off and do something else for a little bit. But I think it helps in the end because, like, it keeps my mind nice and refreshed. So here I am just doing a little bit of outdoor work in here. And I actually copy over some of the planters from before because I want to have a nice consistent theming. And so I just do like one big planter over here just to like fill up this space. I'm like, there was just this whole like big open area and I was like, what the hell do I put in here? And so when in doubt, you plant it out. So I throw a few like mulch piles in there and I'm just trying to make sure everything doesn't clip through. And I do some of the same old theming, like I have no idea what you call those plants, but I love using them, and I kind of grow them a little bit more. I have no idea what I do during these, like, little pauses. But yeah, I add some more rocks in there, a few palm trees, and I actually, this is one of the pieces I love in this game, so I end up using, like, this cone of mulch. And I'm still, guys, I'm sorry about that. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm probably on like someone's stream or something, just like typing away. Be sure to check out everyone's streams. I'll like, every single person I mentioned probably streams, so go check them out. So yeah, here I am just working on that little, dome, cenote? I don't even know. And here I am just filling up this open space over here, so I end up putting some bathrooms in there. And this whole, like, circle plaza, I'll, like, update it as we go along. I'll probably do, like, branching exhibits off of that. My leg is asleep right now. Guys, this is, like, the worst commentary ever. Why the hell do you guys stick around for this? So here I am just dressing up, like, the pathway up there. And, wow, my leg is really asleep. You guys are getting some, like, mad mediocre entertainment right now. So here I am just dressing it up. The foliage brush, alright? I need to learn how to use it better because sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, it just, like, pukes foliage everywhere. So maybe that's a little something, like, maybe the devs might include, like, an indicator on, like, how much intensity means. Because, like, at the time being, it's like, I need to guess, and I need to play with it to figure out how much density it really requires. So it'd be kind of cool to have, like, a little indicator, so a little bit more guesswork is taken out of there. Here I am just doing a little bit more interior work in the caves, I add water to it. How can you not add water to anything? Like, the water in this game is so beautiful. And I just want to, like, throw it in there. The lighting on the water is a little wonky. I'll admit, it's, like, a little too light. So when you're well, yeah, like, when you're doing interiors, it looks a little, like, jarring. It looks maybe, like, radioactive, possibly? I don't know. So here I am. Thank you, Simply Savannah. You stole my bridge idea. I'm gonna steal your sign idea. So here I am, just doing a little bit of sign work for the Tarbosaurus, and I just repeat this throughout the caves. I make sure that, like, the guests can read all about the Tarbosaurus, make sure it has, like, nice facts and stuff like that. Flexi color for this would have been perfect, because then I could have been like, oh yeah, this guy lived in, like, so-and-so million BCE, whatever. Whatever the term for it is now. So, throwing these all around, and just making sure the guests can stay educated. And here I am, just doing a little bit more work around the interior and the exterior. I do a little bit of cave entries for the minecarts. And this is something that, like, yeah, I could have just did a whole looping thing throughout there, but, you know, sometimes you gotta take shortcuts, guys, and it's nothing to be, like, ashamed about. My Tarbosaurus just, like, escaped right there, so that was funny. Dressing up the edges of the fences. Again, guys, I'm sorry, my speed builds are, like, horrible. But, yeah, so we're ending the, like, end of the video right now. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna, like, yeah, we're gonna dress up the entryway a little bit. But before we go, I just checked this morning. We are up to 500 subscribers. Oh my god. Like, oh, these past 2 weeks, actually, you guys have been wild recently, and I really do appreciate it. Like, I'm just doing this for fun, nothing too serious. I'm just putting out some videos for all you guys, because, you know, it's just some fun stuff to do. And you guys are, like, fun to make videos for. I love, like, seeing all you guys in the comments. I love all you guys correcting me, like, about how I said, Nasutosaurus, or, hold on, let's find it, because I have the comments up. Nasutoceratops, especially, like, Victoria B, Darcy, Sean Belma, Potatoes Police, all you guys are amazing. And there was even, who was Dale, helped me pronounce Archaeopteryx, which is, like, one of my favorite ones, and I'm a little ashamed that I don't know how to pronounce it. But you guys are absolutely awesome, and I want to thank you guys for sticking with me along for this, like, ride. But yeah, this has been, like, really wild. I really do appreciate all you guys being part of this. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, be sure to like the video. You can subscribe if you want. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of the cinematics. See ya.